demonstration of the new Super Shammy. This cloth will pick up 57 times its own weight in water. It will save you hundreds of dollars in paper towel costs in just a year. Made of 11 different fibers, it will pick up wine, soda, coffee, even paint. And you can dry your car in a matter of minutes. This incredible Super Shammy won't wear out. It won't tear, and it's practically indestructible. To see how you can save money starting today, let's look at an actual demonstration of the astonishing Super Shammy.
This is the amazing Super Shammy you've read about in Road and Track, Car and Driver, Popular Science magazine. Now, I don't want anyone to misunderstand. This is a man-made chamois. The old animal skin chamois like this look real nice when they're brand new, no doubt about it. Problem is, you wash them and wash the animal oils out. You end up with a worthless piece of shoe leather. Whereas your Super Chamois will always remain soft. It'll remain absorbent for you. It'll dry soft for you. Now, according to Road and Track, the Super Chamois is so absorbent after you wash the car with it. They're great for washing. You won't want to use anything else. You can turn around, dry the car in a fraction of the time. Save 90% of the time and effort it normally takes in drying. And if you decide you want to polish the car with it, it's lint-free, non-abrasive, best buffing cloth you ever wanted to use. Now, if you have rainwater through an open window, a broken pipe in a bathroom, a washing machine overflow, any situation where you end up with a big puddle like this, with a sponge now, you drip more water than you pick up. Here, let's add more water for good measure. Take your Super Shammy, put it down in the middle of that puddle. Watch. Picks that water up like a magnet picks up metal. Some people think I have a hole under the plate. Now, I'd like you to notice something interesting. The water is not running down my arms. It's held in between those man-made fibers until you're ready to wring it out. But the best part of the demonstration, the last thing I want to show you, is the way it picks up stains. You'll use your Super Shammy not just to wash the car, dry the car in a fraction of the time, save 90% of the time and effort in drying, but they are absolutely fabulous around the house. When your drinking friends come over, somebody spills some beer, some wine, some whiskey on the rug, or the kids knock over some soda, spill some coffee or tea or juice. I'll show you how easy that is to get out. I'm using Pepsi this time. It could just as well be Coke, 7-Up, Dr. Pepper, doesn't really matter. What's happening on top right now isn't the worst part anyway. That I'm sure you could pick up eventually with 50 cents worth of paper towels. The worst part is what you can't see. Down underneath, into the hardwood floor, into the padding in the case of the car, into the floorboard of the car. Now that's the stuff that gets all smelly and mildewed, and in some cases could eventually rot out the floor. Take your Super Shammy, wet it first, bring it out. It'll work better wet than dry. Put it down on top of that spill, just tap it out like I'm doing here now. Now, maybe the puppy dog is on time, but you are not. Or a small child spills some milk on your rug. All you do is throw it down, step on it. Not the child, the Super Shammy. Give it about 10 seconds and lift that Pepsi up from the hardwood floor, through the padding, through the rug, and into the Super Shammy. Notice no Pepsi dripping out of the Super Shammy. And yet, as I wring this out, bear in mind it could just as well have been paint, kerosene, gasoline, furniture polish. It really wouldn't matter. It's impervious to any kind of chemicals, and you can wash it out with any soap, any detergent. Throw the whole thing in the washer if you want. One word of caution. Keep it out of the dryer. Let it air dry or line dry, and it'll last you a lifetime. How about underneath where the real puddle was? Remember the big puddle we had? That's all gone. Now, the best part of all on this, when you think about it, really is the price. You can all relax. You don't have to get a Super Shammy for me. I appreciate it when you do it that way. That's all. The truth of the matter is, you can get them any day of the week through Road and Track, Car and Driver, Popular Science magazine. Through the mail order, they sell at $9.95 each in a fancy white plastic tube. Same as when they go on sale in the stores in the fall of the year. And even at that, it's not really a bad price when you consider an old animal skin chamois like this. In this size today would be in the neighborhood of $14 to $18. Let's say this lasts 6 months or a year. Your Super Shammy will last 5-6 years. Lint-free, non-abrasive, best buffing cloth in the world. By itself, it's a good buy. Here at the open demonstration, whenever you get one for the car, we always give you a second one for the house, free of any extra cost right along with it. Now, I keep two of the giant size ones like this in the shower. I keep the tile walls bone dry in a quarter of the time using an old Turkish towel. I have two of them for my dog Dee. She's a shaggy-haired dog. After a thunderstorm and a shampoo, I cut drying time by 75–80%. Windows, mirrors, glass, chrome, silver, screens, refrigerator, they're fantastic. Now, I know you've seen the Olympic swimmers on television use these because they can drop it in the pool, wring it out, and dry themselves with it. Now you have two for the price of one. I'm not through yet. Take it with you now. I'm also going to include our $5 kitchen size. Wash and dry the dishes, pick up countertop spills. The average person spends at least $50 a year on paper towels, handy wipes, things like that alone. You can cut that cost in half year after year without thinking about it, without even trying. Now you have three of them. One for the car, one for the house, one for the kitchen. $10, $20, $25 value. The whole thing right now, $10. That's all they are, and they're fully guaranteed.